Audible to everybody? Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The topic I am asked to speak is knowledge plus devotion is equal to wisdom. Normally, we respect the wise people. But what is the meaning of wisdom? If wisdom is not understood and we think somebody is wise, he may be otherwise, who knows? So, what is the meaning of wisdom? So, the first step in learning what is wisdom is, if we learn from our every single experience of our life, we grow wise. See? Wisdom is not injection to be given. It's a so slow process. And we have to learn. Nobody in this world can teach anything to anybody. And nobody can stop you from learning if you are bent upon learning. See? You know the common example in Mahabharata. There were two great archers. One was Arjun, who was a special disciple of Dronacharya. And the second one was this Ekalavya. Ekalavya was rejected by Dronacharya. I won't teach you. I don't accept you as my disciple. And Arjun was given some special status. You are my very dear disciple, and more time and energy was spent on Arjun. And naturally, Dronacharya wanted Arjuna to be the number one. And Ekalavya was rejected. Time passed, and a point came when Ekalavya proved to be superior than Arjun. Now see the difference? Arjuna was taught and Dronacharya was not taught. He was rejected. But he was bent upon learning. Therefore, wisdom is not complaining about the world. See? But learning from every single experience of our life. That is wisdom. See, friends? Now, each and every experience of our life will become our guru if we learn. If we don't learn, even God will fail to teach us. See? Now, we'll take few examples to make this point. Now, see, we all dream. Good dreams, bad dreams. When the dream is good, it never breaks. See? Suppose just an example. I am a young man, example. Huh? I am outdated, I know that. So, I am a young man and in the dream, okay? And then I am riding a motorcycle and there is a wonderful girl behind me. And in that dream, I am going. मेरे सपनों की रानी कब आएगी तू. That dream will never break. But in that dream, if that motorcycle skids and goes in a deep valley, the dream breaks. Is it not? Then what we come to discover? What we have experienced, good or bad, it was just an illusion, not real. But it was necessary for us to come out of this illusory dream of enjoyment, is it not? See, we have to learn. Nobody can teach us. We all have dreamt, is it not? Have we learned this thing? Because we put the onus on the head of the Guru. Guru Maharaj, teach me. We become a challenge for him. Try to teach. Nobody can teach anybody in this world, and nobody can stop you from learning if you are bent upon learning. Now, this example, you bring it in your day-to-day life. When everything is going goody, 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 then God, God, Ram, Ram, Krishna, Krishna. And when something goes wrong, suddenly, which we never expected, and then we start rethinking. What is that rethinking? What for we are in this world? To suffer, or to enjoy, or to spread joy in this world? See, friends. Therefore, wisdom is, we have to learn, nobody can teach us. And for that, every single experience of our life is our Guru. Therefore, never go to any Guru to learn. Don't make him miserable. See? So we have to learn. Now, if you see how important it is for us to learn without complaining. You all have kids. When a child is born, human child, doesn't know how to walk. So the child is lying down on the back and he is watching around. Everybody is walking by their legs here and there. How come I am lying down? So let me use my legs. And then he starts using his legs. Come on, yaar, I am not moving anywhere. Something is wrong somewhere. Has any child ever asked his mother, Mummy, Mummy, when you were a baby, how did you learn walking? She doesn't ask. Then he says, where is wrong? I had to correct myself. Then he turns on his belly and like a reptile, he starts moving little bit. I can move, but not that fast, like the other guys are moving. Then he comes on his knees, on his palms, starts walking like a dog or a cat. Maja nahi aaya. Then he takes the support of a wall, stands and puts one step. I got it. And then slowly he starts walking step by step. But still he is holding on to the wall. But that becomes his practice, spiritual practice, how to walk. And then anything which he can hold, he will hold it and start walking. Go nearer to the dining table, hold the tablecloth, which is full with all the crockery, and he stands and pulls it down. Everything comes down and he is happy. Out of few cups, I have made so many of them. He is not miserable. Because he is learning. When you learn, you can never be miserable in life. When you complain, you can never be happy in your life. See, my friends, this is wisdom. Wisdom is not that when you listen to Satsang, you get two horns and one tail. No. Nothing will change outside. Everything happens to the mind. Nothing happens to the body. See? There was one of my video which came on the internet. My hand was operated because this ring finger got some kind of problem, triggering they call it. So my friend doctor in Melbourne, he operated on this. So when the operation was going on, local anesthesia, and one of the other doctor, he was taking a video and I was talking. And in that video, I explained, now see, I can see my hand being operated. He has given a cut, I can see that. Blood is oozing out, I can see that. He has removed some part, that I can see. Then now he's teaching, I can see. But I have no pain. That day, what I am telling you, I have learned. Now you have to learn. What did I learn? Everything happens only to the mind. Nothing happens to the body. Now, one step further. How much time, energy, efforts we put with reference to our body? We do two things by our body. One, we work by the body so that we can earn our bread and butter. We work by the body. We work on the body. We go for long walks. We do exercise. When we do this thing, we don't get anything because we are working on the body so that the body remains healthy, is it not? Now apply the same principle. What we have done from birth onwards till date, what did we do to work on our mind? To keep the body healthy, we have to work on the body, is it not? To keep the mind healthy, we have to work on the mind. So it is easy to understand working by the body and working on the body. Now what is the meaning of working by the mind and working on the mind? See? Working by the mind is default settings. What is default setting? World is nothing but two things, name and form. There is nothing third thing other than these two things. See? Now what is our approach in life? Whatever we see, forms, whatever we hear, words, we have to comment. Default settings. See? Oh, he is very nice. But he should not have done like this thing. Default settings. See, friends, we talk so unnecessarily in this life. See? Therefore, two mantras in this happy mantra mala I had given. One mantra is, Dekho suno mat bolo. But we can't keep our mouth shut. We have to talk. See, my friends, for this I got one Maha Mantra in Badrinath many years before. That time I was pretty young. I finished my darshan in the morning, 4 o'clock, in the Badrinath Bhagwan, Narayan Bhagwan, and came to one old lady, and I was very close to her. I was very young, and she used to really allow me, give me tea, coffee, therefore she was good. Selfish. And one day I told her, I said, Mama, I am going to stop giving lectures. Enough of lectures. She started laughing. I said, Mama, why are you laughing? She said, when there is joke, we have to laugh, is it not? He said, what is the joke? Here the joke is, who asked you? Did Narayan Bhagwan ask you whether you want to give lectures or not? No, he didn't ask. Whose question you are answering? Second thing, did I ask you whether you want to give lectures or not? No, you didn't ask me. Whose question you are answering? This is a Maha Mantra. Before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? My friends, I give you guarantee more than 99% cases, we will keep our mouth shut. And what is the speech? Speech is, I'll use a very strong word. Speech is the purgation of the mind. Learn this. Now do one experiment. Don't talk to yourself for 1 minute. Over. You have your experience. Now, second, not difficult. Become husband or wife and think. Stop. Now, the last experiment. Think whatever you like, but one condition. Don't use words when you think. Can you think without words? So, what is the speech? Speech is purgation from the mind. And why purgation happens? Because indigestion. See, friends, water has no color, no form, no taste. Ice has form, taste, shape, size. Water is one, ice cubes are many. Words are many, mind is one. What they say, ek onkar, this is that. Try these two things, my friends. We will grow wise. See? And slowly you start learning from your own things. What I am telling you is not from books. See? When we talk to others, we talk about either our past or their past. Net result, we are not in the present. जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, वो गए भाड़ में, तुम भी जाओ. Hey friends, and when we talk to ourselves, we talk about the future. See? After I finish this talk, I hope they will be giving me good food, and I know what is there available. Let me see, think, let me think. So whenever we are talking to others, we go back in the past. When we talk to ourselves, we go in the future. Net result, we are not in the present. And when we are 100% in the present, we are happier than the happiest. Are we any time 100% present? Learn from your experience. This I learned. How? Because every 5-6 days I go changing houses, beds, everything. So when I go to any new place, first, second night, I keep all the lights on. There also question, Swamiji, why you keep the lights on? I said, so that I can see the dreams better. No, 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 no. What is the reason? I hear the reason is, when I sleep in a new place, I don't know where is the toilet, where is the bathroom, where I have to go. Because in deep sleep, where are you? Space gone. When are you? Time gone. What are you? Body gone. What remains is happiness. And therefore, we all snore. What is snoring is? In tune with the divine. See? Now what is secret? Secret is, we are in the utter present. Wherever we are, whenever we are, be 100%. This is the mantra. See? Once you take this stand in your life, you have learnt everything on the spiritual path. You all have heard Bhagavad Gita, is it not? Once in Washington, a group, wise group like you, asked, Swamiji, we have been listening to Gita for so many years. Tell us something in one line. There's so many things in that. We don't remember what is what is what. Tell in one line. I said, okay, no problem. I said, Bhagavad Gita in one line. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. Followed by Karnataka. What does it mean? I said, you know, whole Bhagavad Gita was told. People will be telling, oh, Bhagavad Gita told about Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Ashtanga Yoga, Sashtanga Yoga. Nothing of that. Then, at the end of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan Krishna asked Arjun a question. He didn't ask, did you get the knowledge? He didn't ask that. Did you get devotion? He didn't ask that. Did you know karma? He didn't ask that. What did he ask? He said, Kachid eta shrutam partha tvaya ekagrena chetasa kachid ajnana sammoha pranashtaste dhananjaya. Hey Arjun, did you listen to me carefully? His single pointed mind. Has your delusion gone? And in reply, Arjuna says the same thing. Nashto moha smriti labdha tat prasadat maya chuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Oh Lord, I got it. What he got it? On the battlefield, at the time of war, who I should be? Should I be somebody's disciple? Should I be somebody's grandson? Should I be somebody's brother? Or should I be a warrior? See? Fighting war was never a problem for him. Problem was, who am I at a given period of time? Now, on the battlefield, he became somebody's disciple. And when you become a disciple, naturally, your question is right. How can I kill my guru? See? Katham bhishma vaham sankhe dronam cha madhusudana ishubi pratiyotsyami pujarha varisudana. Hey Arisudana, Madhusudana, hey Krishna, how can I kill my guru? How can I kill my grandfather? He's right. But on the battlefield, who is he? Whether he is a disciple or a grandson or a warrior. My friends, where are you now? In Satsang. When? During Satsanga. What you should be? Satsangi. See? If you are Satsangi, you will be 100% here. Now this principle applied everywhere. When you are driving a car, be a driver. But there, while driving the car, phone is there, fighting with the wife, and dashing accident happens. And how to do this? Karnataka. What is Karnataka? When you are given a role to play on the stage, we should play so real that the audience should feel that really he is suffering. But he is not. He is doing only drama. Now apply this principle, Karnataka, in your day-to-day life. We have to interact with four types of people in this world. Elders, our age group, youngsters, and bad elements in the society. Four people we have to interact with. Elders. If you are talking to elders, do not argue. Whatever they say, without listening, say yes. After 2 minutes, they will forget. But if you argue, they will remember. Take the benefit of that. Before listening, yes, we will do. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. They will forget. But unnecessarily we argue and make a mess of our life. Youngsters have the right to make mistakes. We have to forgive them. Don't take revenge on the children. Okay. Now, if we are sincere, have we not done anything wrong when we were children in our life? All of us have done something good or bad. But when we are grown up, we start as if दूध के धुले. देखो Maharaj, forgive. Forgiveness is the only thing because of which we are human beings in this world. Okay. 2. Now the third, equal age group. Equal age group means standard, status-wise. What is the status-wise age group? Husband and wife. The most difficult. Now, how to deal with husband-wife relationship? That is the simpler than the simplest. See? When the wife is talking, husband should keep quiet. When she is quiet, husband should not talk. There will be peace. You have learned whole Bhagavad Gita. Arjun was arguing unnecessarily. Don't argue. See? And when there are some bad elements in the society, we are not required to interact or improve the world. जिसने बनाया है वो काम करेगा अपना. We are here for our evolution. See, friends, don't get involved in anybody's life. We have to grow spiritually. Therefore, this principle of learning from every single experience of our life is the only way to grow wise. And nobody can teach us. And if we are deciding to learn, nobody can stop us from learning. See, my friends. And then slowly, as you grow wise, you start remaining silent. There is one text, Dakshinamurti Stotra, and earlier there are some prayers in that stotra. And the first prayer is Maunam Vyakhya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishthante Vasadrushiganaihi Avrutam Brahmanishthaihi Acharyedram Karkalita Chinmudramananda Rupam Swatma Ramam Mudita Vadanam Dakshinamurti Mide. There it is said, Maunam Vyakhya. What is conveyed through silence is the ultimate truth. See? A simple thing. Once I was having some lecture in Mumbai probably or Delhi. After my lecture, one lady came. She said, Swamiji, she wanted to say something. I said, Mama, how do you like my bluff session today? She got wild. Why do you say bluff session? I said, because I was bluffing. No, you told so many good things on Gita and everything, and you say bluffing? I said, yes, it was a bluff. How it was a bluff? I explained. You take something to eat with a spoon, and then you put that spoon along with the food in your mouth. We don't eat the spoon. we take out the spoon, eat the contents. Now that spoon will we give to somebody else? Why? Jhuta ho gaya na. Anything that touches your tongue is jhuta. When you talk about God, jhuta. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasa. Now whatever you have heard here in names I don't know, this text, it was the same topic if you understood it. In Guru Bani as well as here. The same thing. That which is beyond the scope of all our faculties. That is our essential nature. And this cannot be taught, this you have to learn. Now how? For that, there are two techniques. One technique is the technique of knowledge, and second is the technique of devotion. See? When we take food, who is benefited? The food or we? We are benefited. Food is not benefited. When we are walking the spiritual path, on the path of knowledge, when we study Gita, Upanishad, is it the Gita is benefited? We are benefited. When we take the food is not benefited. We are benefited. So when we are devoted to the God and Guru, they are not benefited. On the contrary, they have a problem because of us. We should be benefited. And what is the benefit? Let it be knowledge or let it be devotion. See, my friends, catch this point, very important. See? Whenever we do anything, see, it will begin at some moment, it will continue for some time, it will end after some time. Like many of you must be the victim of meditation. Let us do meditation. So sit this way, that way, pillow here, pillow there, pillow under, and then sit down. How long will you do meditation? Half an hour. So, half an hour meditation, rest of the day frustration. Because anything which begins in time, ends in time. And then that becomes a strong I. I get up early in the morning, I do meditation, I do japa, I study, I. How important it is, friends. Remember, spiritual practice is not a process of action. It is a process of experience. Gain is always through knowledge. See? There was one person, as lazy as I am, and he removed his clothes, gave for washing. And the maid servant, she just wanted to check the pockets if something is there. And she saw one lottery ticket. So she thought maybe it is not useful for the sir. So she kept it in her thing and everything. Or she went home. And just for the fun, she asked her son, my dear son, can you check whether this number is there in the lottery? And that number was correct in the lottery. I got so many millions of dollars. It was already there, but it was not known. Friends, gain is always through knowledge. Gain is never through action. Recognize this. Now tell me, what do we get when we go to sleep? Do we get money? Do we get any lottery? No. So what we have to learn? The real thing is, the gains are never through action. The gain is through knowledge. And once you take this principle, Then watch and learn. From this satsang, if you take this one takeaway, that I know you will not do it, but I tell, make a notebook, and before you go to sleep every evening, every night, write down today what I have learned from my whole day, at least one thing. There will be tremendous change in our life. See? So what we have to learn, example I'll give you. There was a friend of mine, and he happened to meet me on the airport in Delhi, daytime, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Old man, must be, he was a retired brigadier, and he came and on the airport, and when I came out, Swamiji, I just came to tell you something, best thing that ever happened in my life. Yes, tell me. What is it? Did you get married again? He said, no, I did it 3 times, it is enough now. Then what did you get? He said, the happiest news is, I have given up smoking. I said, how many years you were smoking? I never smoked. So what is great about it? He said, you smoke and then give up, then you will understand. I said, really? Now tell me. My principle of life is learn from everything. So I want to learn from you. Then you become my guru. See? So what do you want to learn? You have been smoking for how many years? He said 60 years. From the age of 18 I was smoking. Today I am 80. Very good. Now you smoke for so many years. Now let us calculate. What is the unit of happiness that you had? Total. For our understanding, we make it, you were X unit happy. Agreed? Yes. Now you have given up smoking? Yes. Now tell me, in comparison to X units of happiness, how much happy you are now? He says, Swamiji, X multiplied by infinite. I said, my Guru Maharaj, do you know what you taught me? The real joy is not possessions and not getting, but giving it up. So is it not our experience? When we go to sleep, what is the process of sleep? We give up everything. Our achievements, our failures, our friends, our enemies, our relations, everything is slowly given up. Our position in the society, we come to the house, give up the house. We are in a room, give up the room. We are below the quilt. And ultimately, the one who gave up everything, he is also to be given up. So what is the last mantra that we all chant unknowingly? I want to sleep. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. Then we keep on turning. On the left side, I want to, why no? They let me go to the right side. No, I want to sleep. And then we come on the bhujangas. I want to sleep. And in that struggle, the I who wanted to sleep, he is also deleted. Therefore, who sleeps? There is a sleep where there is no time, there is no space, there is no body. And yet we continue to exist. Living this experience 24/7 is growing wise. See, friends, if you do physical work 8 hours, energy consumption is suppose X units, 8 hours physical work. If you talk sense for 1 hour, the energy consumption is X multiplied by 10. And if you think intensely for 15 minutes, energy consumption is X multiplied by 10 multiplied by 10. And therefore, how come the wise people are never tired? Because They don't waste their energy in unwanted talking, and unwanted thinking. Keep cool, man, keep cool. All our energy is wasted in this unwanted thinking, unwanted talking. Remain cool. See? Can you imagine Bhagwan becoming angry and frustrated? They were not struggling to remain cool. It was by default. They were never reacting to anything. We constantly react. Therefore, knowledge and devotion is equal to wisdom. So, what is the wisdom? Therefore, a wise person learns from every single experience of life. Now, what we have to learn? We have no choice but to live here and now. We cannot live in India. We have to live in USA. We cannot live in 2029. We have to live in 2025. And we have to live as whatever we are. But instead of that, we are all the time projecting in the future. And as a result, the joy of the present is lost. See, friends. Therefore, the more we become aware of this, then you will discover so many secrets of our own life. Now, after these points are clear, now we go to knowledge and devotion. So, when we follow the path of knowledge inquiry, instead of complaining about anything or our experiences, good or bad, instead of that, find out who is complaining. Not about what. Who is disturbed? Many times we say, no, I am damn disturbed. Okay, very good. First of all, who is disturbed? Who are you? There was an Australian. He came. I want to know what is God. So he was asked, excuse me, who are you? I am Australian. I didn't ask your citizenship. Who are you? I am a doctor. I didn't ask your profession. Who are you? I am a Catholic. I didn't ask your religious belief. Who are you? I am a multimillionaire. I didn't ask your economic status. Who are you? I am a grandfather. I didn't ask your problems. Who are you? Who is asking the question? Friends, this experiment which we did, you become husband and wife, you will think about wife or husband. You become children or parents, you will think about parents or children. Now, a simple experiment. For some time, few moments, remain as nobody. Can you think? Nobody cannot think. For thinking, you require a reference. And what is the reference we know? Reference we know, be attentive. All our references are with reference to our body identification. In the deep sleep, why there are no thoughts? Because we are no more living as a body. See, in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, Bhagavan brings this topic. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. The wise man is awakened to that reality to which the ignorant people are sleeping, and he is sleeping to this relative world to which the ignorant people are awake. So we take this world as a solid reality and start suffering and enjoying. The wise man lives in this very world, but neither he suffers nor he enjoys. He is far beyond that, because he has discovered who is he. See? So what knowledge tells? Knowledge tells, instead of asking question about the world, ask a question. Who is asking the question? Then one day, by God's grace, you will get a click. See? How the thoughts are born. We are all fed up of our mind because of the thoughts. Now just think. 2 days before we went for the boating, and there was one gentleman, I don't know where is he, who is he. So when you are looking at the sea, that is my most favorite place to be, on the sea. So what I have learned, all the waves which come on the sea surface, do they come from outside? They don't come from outside. They come from within. They go back there only. Suppose the winds are absolutely still, no air, no blow, will there be any waves coming? No waves. If this is clear, every thought that comes in our mind is a blow of external wind. And what is that external wind? Either the objects or the people. When you become a husband, the blow of the wife will come. And then the thought will come out. I don't know why other people's wives are good. Mine is like this thing. They don't understand the grass on the other side of the fence is green. But then we keep on reacting. So if we take this way, and we take a resolution, we don't react, we only act. Only acting is Rama Leela, Krishna Leela. Reacting is Samsar, Arjun Leela, Yudhishthir Leela. You know, we have got these two very important things in our Hindu religion. Ram Leela, Krishna Leela, isn't it? Leela means what? Everything appears to be happening, but nothing is happening. See? So when you take path of knowledge, it is our responsibility to find out who is disturbed, who is asking the question, who is suffering. Then you will focus attention from the relative to the absolute. See? Now, how the absolute is reduced to the relative? Think. Space is only one. And one space is named 10 ways. North, east, west, south, 4. 4 corners, 8. Up and down. Are there 10 spaces? How one space has become 10? Because of the reference of the sunrise. Once we decide where sunrise is there, it is east. After that, all relational things are born. Exactly the same way. Find out. Man is one. I am one. With reference to my father, I am a son. With reference to wife, I am a husband. With reference to the son, I am a father. Have I become 3? Who is miserable? The son is miserable because of the Hitler father. The wife is the husband is miserable because of the terrible wife. And the father is miserable because of the Rakshasa son. Man is not miserable. So what he has to do? Take them lightly. Don't take them seriously. How to take them lightly? Karnataka. Like what are you doing now? As if listening. Perfect natak is going on, is it not? But after going home, वही तमाकू वही चूना रगड़ो खाते जाओ, कोई फर्क नहीं. My friends, recognize this. All relations are spurious, they are not real. You are real. So, first step, knowledge tells us that we all have to lead our life in the relative world. But don't continue to live as a relation. Live relatively. Don't go beyond limits. Your life will change. And when you just stop reacting to the world, then you are available to yourself. Otherwise, all the time, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन जब हम छोटे थे. We oldies don't understand. Nobody is interested in our past. Everybody is concerned about their future. But what old people have got? Only past. If you have got peanuts in your pockets, can you distribute chocolate? You distribute what you have. Therefore, one of the highest spiritual practices. Don't talk about your past. Don't ask anybody about their past. You have conquered 1/3 mind. Don't go on talking about future all the time. We talk to ourselves. Goes on and on. This I have learned, you know how? I travel a lot. So on airports I am alone. I don't have any commandalu with me. So when I am sitting, it's a good time pass for me because my sadhana is only learn. So when I am sitting, I just innocently sitting, but I am watching everything. And there you can see somebody is alone. What he is doing? He is constantly talking to himself. Give it a try, my friends. Try with 5 minutes per day. Don't talk to yourself. You know, I have given this, my special yoga, a name. There are so many yogas, isn't it? Bhagavad Gita has got 18 yogas. First is the Arjun Vishad Yoga, Nam, Sankhya Yoga, Nam, Karma Yoga, Nam, so many of them. Mine is the 19th yoga of Gita. And you will be laughing at this yoga name. Yoga is what? Do not talk to yourself for 5 minutes. When I call it as commode yoga. When you land on your commode, till the job is done, don't talk to yourself. You don't require any idol Bhagwan samne. You don't require any particular asan. You don't have problem of time. Time. Give it a try. Slowly, you will discover one important thing, which I have learned when I was traveling and moving around Narmada River. Somewhere when we were going, there was a lot of mud. And there was no option, we had to go through the mud. So I lifted my shoes and walked through. The mud was almost half the calf muscles. In between, some thorn has gone, but I can't do anything, only muddy. So somehow I crossed and then washed my feet and forgot about it. Forgetting is a gift given by God. Learn to forget. Take money from somebody and forget. What a joy it is. This is the secret of happiness. So, after 2 days, that started giving pain. So I was limping. And one of my friends, he being a doctor, he said, Swamiji, what happened to you? I said, nothing. But why are you limping? I said, there may be some pain there. Let me check. He checked the pain. And he washed everything and saw, he said, there is something gone inside in your foot. I said, then what do I do? You don't do it, I'll remove it. He removed it. He said, see, completely the thorn has come out. You are lucky. I said, very good. Now, he said, nothing. I'll just close it with a bandage so that other dust doesn't go, then he said it will automatically heal. Be attentive. That day I discovered what I am telling you now. When a thorn goes in the foot, thorn is a foreign body. When a foreign body goes in the tissue starts reacting, is it not? Reaction of the tissue is the tissue starts swelling. And if you don't take care, it becomes painful. Ultimately, it becomes an abscess and you are unable to walk. What is the way out? Remove the foreign body, is it not? Thereafter, the moment the foreign body is removed, your tissue returns back to the normal. You don't have to do anything for repair of your body. It happens naturally. This example is clear. To whatever we have given importance, my friends, that thing or being, that event or that person, anything you give importance, that has entered in your mind. It is easy to understand thorn going in a foot. But how the world goes in our mind? Exactly the same way. Like we enter the mirror. Our entry in the mirror in the form of a reflection is entry without entrance, is it not? Exactly the same way. Whenever we have given importance to anything, anybody, any time, anything you give importance, that has entered in your mind. And as a result, mind tissue starts reacting. Reaction of the mind tissue is called a thought. And we are all suffer because of this uncontrolled thought formation, like the waves on the ocean, constantly going on. Inside there is a poultry farm. There is not one. Now tell me, what spiritual life you want to do? If you are following the path of knowledge, learn this. I am not giving any books in your hand, nor I am telling you do this yoga. No, nothing. Learn from your experience. Then the second part is the devotion. Devotion is the simplest one. We have got a mantra in our happy mantra mala. Jo thari rahe so mari rahe. Oh Lord, thy will be done. When you give yourself zero choice, you will be happier than the happiest. The more choice you exercise, you are bound to be miserable. Oh Lord, thy will be done. When our desire reacts with the God's desire, we suffer in life. Devotion is living every moment in His memory. Whatever happens, Hari Ichcha. Slowly, slowly, our old habit of reaction will stop. And therefore, a devotee is a devotee 24/7. A wise man is a wise man 24/7. A person doing yoga or karma, they cannot be yogi or karma 24/7. They only during that karma, they are karma doing karma. Afterwards, frustration. Therefore, these two paths, knowledge and devotion, both of them have impact on one point, on somebody. Through knowledge, somebody's fake existence is recognized. And the path of devotion, this somebody is surrendered at the feet of the Lord. In both cases, He alone remains. And if He is expressing through us, it cannot be other than bliss. When He is not expressing through us, it is nothing but blisters. And we suffer in our life. So those of us who suffer, they are 100% responsible for themselves. Those who are happy, it's God's will. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।